Now let's see what's making the ITV News headlines where you are.
Hello, I'm Faye Barker. This is ITV News London. 4 people, including 2 teenagers, have been injured after a shooting in Camden. A large group was attending a barbecue in a communal open space in Clarence Gardens when up to 5 unknown males arrived and started shooting into the crowd. 3 women aged 17, 19 and 73 and a 28-year-old man are recovering in hospital after being injured in the attack. Their conditions are not thought to be life-threatening. Police are appealing for any witnesses to come forward. Police investigating the murder of a teenager in Tottenham are appealing for witnesses and information 2 weeks on from the attack that led to his death. A murder investigation was launched after 16-year-old Stelios Avakio died in hospital last Tuesday. Stelios had been found suffering stab injuries inside Lordship Recreation Ground 9 days earlier. Chelsea have kick-started the football season by taking a stand against racism and discrimination with a new film that highlights the harmful and dangerous effects of online abuse. It's part of the team's No to Hate campaign, which targets key areas including education and social media. The film looks at the impact online abuse is having on society and urges people to report it whenever they see it. Andrew Lloyd Webber has spoken of concerns that his new West End production of Cinderella will have to be sold to an American investor if it cannot reopen. Well, the curtain is due to go up again on Wednesday after the show was previously postponed due to COVID isolation rules. Lloyd Webber says the production can't continue to stop and start. Now, Wembley Arena has been welcoming back Team GB after their stellar performance at the Tokyo 2020 Olympics. But for some youngsters in the capital, their sporting dreams are just beginning. Children at a leisure centre in Barnet have been given the chance to try out for an Olympics talent search for possible future sports stars. Anna Geary went along to meet some of them.
Developed in the mid-19th century in the UK, it remains one of the oldest sports, and these young people in North London loved making a racket on the badminton court this afternoon, inspired by what they had watched from the Tokyo Olympics.
Yeah, they really inspired me to play badminton because I really enjoyed watching them as they competed.
Not only is it fun and enjoyable for you, you can also make a living out of it and it's productive.
And promoting the idea of making a living out of sport was the aim of the taster sessions held this weekend. Barnet was also one of several places assessing young people on their sprinting skills, in a quest to find potential athletes to join Team GB in the future. But it wasn't just traditional sport looking for its next competitors. The ancient martial art of karate retained an Olympic place for the first time in history in Tokyo, something instructor Roshan was particularly pleased to see.
It's just so inspiring to see the really refined and greatness. I mean, these guys practice katas, the same moves for years and years and thousands of times. And for us to see that in perfection and try and emulate that is absolutely wonderful. It's uplifting for all of us.
Although the discipline does not feature in Paris, martial artists are hopeful it will return. Meanwhile, the taster sessions continue to keep Londoners buzzing with Olympic spirit and motivated to get active. Anna Geary, ITV News.
Now for a look at the rest of today's sport.
For the love of the game. eBay sponsors ITV Regional Sports Reports.
In the Premier League, West Ham match against Newcastle. The London club were 2-1 down at half-time, but thanks to 3 goals in the second half, they walked away with a 4-2 win. Meanwhile, Tottenham are currently 1-0 up in their match against Manchester City. Now for the weather with Emma Jessen.
Great Western Railway sponsors the ITV London weekend weather.
Hello there. Well, the weather's pretty slow moving at the moment and, dare I say it, uninspiring. I'm not going to oversell the sunshine for this new week. It looks like we're going to have a cloudy, breezy start, feeling fresher than of late. The winds slowly easing midweek and temperatures starting to recover as they do so. So, eyes down, let's take a look at the detail. High pressure will be nibbling in from the west there. High pressure does not always mean sunshine, and this one certainly doesn't, because we're on the edge of that high. And so there are some frontal systems milling around the northern flank of it, feeding moisture into the northwesterly flow, which is creating a lot of cloud across the UK and some drizzly bits for the western side of the country, but really not affecting us in that way, just a lot of cloud cover. So rewinding to the next few hours, we have some cloud and a few showers developing this evening. They do tend to clear away. It'll be dry after midnight through the early hours of the morning. Pretty unremarkable temperatures with a bit of a northwesterly breeze continuing. Tomorrow morning, some good sunny spells around. There's the risk of a glancing shower as things cloud up a little bit more into the afternoon, but really it's an outside risk of a shower, so we haven't put them on the graphics there. And then after that, any fronts clear away overnight, so it's mostly cloudy through the next few days. Temperatures recovering midweek. Bye-bye.
Great Western Railway sponsors the ITV London weekend weather.
That's all from the London team for now. We'll be back bright and early with updates in Good Morning Britain. Until then, have a lovely evening. Bye-bye.